Hey, yo, this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. Welcome to my YouTube page. This is episode 125 of the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. This week, I have my boy Dell B on the podcast. So, you guys ready for that? He'll be here at the halfway mark, per usual. Um, so before we get into that, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. And also too, feel free to leave comments below if you're not spam. And just let me know that you're here. So I really appreciate that. Also, I think I've been forgetting to do this the past couple of weeks. Shouts out to my Freedom Train Radio family. Everyone over there is holding it down. You'll see Freedom Train Radio down below. So make sure to check out the website and all the podcasts associated with Freedom Train Radio, including this podcast. So if you enjoy me, you definitely will enjoy the other podcasts. Probably even more so. I think I'm at the bottom of the barrel. So seriously. So make sure to check out the podcast at freedomtrainradio.com. And also hit me up on my socials periodically throughout the episode. You'll see my socials pop up. So make sure to hit me up on those and let me know as you're listening. If you're gonna follow me, and honestly, if you're gonna follow me, let me know. If you're on Twitter or whatever, like message me or something. Because you get follows all the time, and 90% of the time it's spam. So to know that you guys are real people, if you will, like at me, holla at me, say something human like, and I'll follow back. So, without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into the recording. So you guys gonna hear some click clanks for a minute, and then we're gonna get into it. Boom, 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 and we're back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. What you just heard, my man Kyriq with See the Light. Of course, he was on the podcast about a month ago now. Yeah, it's been about a month. So decided to revisit his joint, See the Light. This is episode 125. I hope I didn't say 124 earlier. 125. Episode 125 of the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Enigma September. And tonight, or today rather, whenever you listen to this, oddly enough, it's not even nighttime. Why am I saying tonight? It's not nighttime at all. The sun is up. Actually, I mean, I guess to break the spell of the recording is actually in the morning, and I'm saying tonight. Yes, I'm baffled as well. I my brain is gone. Apparently. Anyway, let me introduce the guests. We have my man Dell B on the podcast today. Today. Let me say that. Jeez. My man come in. Hey yo. My man come in with the R&B vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. Actually been switching up a lot. I haven't had a rapper on here in a minute. Not a rapper. I had a rapper on the podcast in a good minute. But anyway, he coming to come on the podcast to give us some again R&B vibes. He got a couple of singles. I think he just dropped a video. We're gonna find out today. I think he just dropped a single. So yeah, when I reached out to my man's, actually he was on the original Enigma Sept Hour back in the day. I think 2010. I'm pretty sure it was probably around 2010. He was on the original Enigma Sept Hour, and so yeah, it's glad to have a vet of the pod back on. So this should be interesting. Um, Nothing but love for my man's, and he has been grinding. Yeah, clearly a decade. Clearly a decade of grinding. So we are here, and he's gonna be here at 30-minute mark. I ain't gonna front. This week has been like mad slow, so not really much to talk about. Got a few topics I wanted to get into, but I'm not sure if I want to get into them. I'm not sure because I really want to get into some deep dives, but maybe next week. I'm kind of skeptical if I want to have a guest next week, and partially why I have Dell B on this episode is because, of course, next week is Valentine's Day weekend. So, fellas, if you haven't, you better get on top of it. I would tell you where to go, but no one's paying me to endorse any of their products, and I need to get paid if I'm gonna endorse anybody. That's something that came across my mind. Those in podcast land, you don't see that I'm rocking my Biggie shirt, Biggie with the crown, the red background. Shouts out to the greatest. But I was thinking that I should be getting mad free merch from artists. Like mad free merch. Like shouts out to Los Lauren 718. Cause he know the game. He definitely know the game. Shouts out to Los Lauren 718. He's out here grinding as well. Doing mad shows. He just shot a video. Peace to my dude. But like he peeked it out, you know what I'm saying? He shot me the pullover with the allergic to failure, you know what I'm saying? That was like a year ago. At re-up, Los was good. But no, but yeah, hey, any artists out there, like even if you not on the pod, you haven't been on the pod yet. I'm just saying, I'm a big dude, and your product gonna look, it's gonna shine bright on these videos. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. YouTube, this is not paid promotion. You know what I mean? So, anyway, just to put it in y'all ear. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Valentine's Day weekend's coming up, so fellas, get your act together. So I'm thinking next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a guest because I'm gonna be busy this weekend. It's gonna be me and Felicia's first Valentine's Day as a married couple. I had to give Fia a shout out. She wanted a shout out. Like, you gonna talk about your wife this morning? I'm talking about how she woke me up, and I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, Fia thought she was slick. She thought she was kind of slick this morning. It paid off, but yeah. So it's gonna be this weekend. So you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so I may be tied up or whatever. Regardless. But I was getting in now. Cause hopefully this time next year, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to get the babysitter. Like, yo, I want to babysit a newborn, cause that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You got kids. Hey, what you doing, single guy? Single girl? You ain't doing nothing? Yeah, babysit your niece and nephew real quick. You gotta go do something. What's good? You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way. It is what it is, man. Get them babies. Let them babies go hang out with their cousins or something real quick. Even for half a day, you know what I'm saying? It may be the whole day. Like, yo, let me send my baby over there. You stay over there for a couple of hours. We finna go do something. You know, get dinner or something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it PG. You go. Uh, but regardless, man. But shouts out to all the couples, all the lovers, is out there, man. And of course, I ain't gonna front. Valentine's Day, is not a ain't gonna say not a big thing, but to me, it's love 365. I do appreciate the day, but it's love 365, man. So it's Valentine's Day is cool, but I'm the type I'd rather do something special like off the cuff, like not when it's expected. I just want to come in and just do something crazy, and what I'm saying, it'd be like July 15th or something. Like what the world's going on July 15th, except my Aunt Sandy's birthday. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some random day. But regardless, so just giving you fellas heads up. And also, by the time you guys hear this, the Super Bowl would have happened. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that time. Hope your team won, and if they didn't, oh well. Now, I guess in regarding the Super Bowl, I have to be upfront. I don't have a dog in the fight per se, but and I know it's not a sports show. Sorry, Joe. I'm gonna give it up. I'm giving it up for Kansas City. Me having this Florida State cap has nothing to do with me rooting for Kansas City. Actually, if anything, it'd probably be the opposite because a lot of FSU fans are Tampa Bay fans. So, but and it's just based on my father-in-law. He's a long time, if not lifetime, Kansas City fan. They haven't been in the Super Bowl in like 50 years before last year, and now they're back to back. So I think it's a win either way. I think it's a win either way for both teams, um, or for Tom Brady or the Chiefs. I mean, Tom Brady took the team to the Super Bowl. That's a win. Even if they don't win, the fact that he did it at his age, and dispelled the rumors that he was a program quarterback, um, or the myth rather, a myth that I was part of. But anyway, he did that. Plus, with Kansas City, back to back Super Bowls in the NFL, um, is almost impossible. So for them to do that is tremendous. No other than like the Bills. Like the Bills going to the Super Bowl 4 times in the '90s, that was crazy. Despite the fact they never won, that was crazy. That was crazy. So yeah, you can't take that away from them. So Kansas City going back to back. If they win, actually, if they win, would be super crazy. If they end up winning, that'd be super crazy. Back to back Super Bowls. Like, what did John Elway do that? Last person to do that? I'm not even sure. I'm not even. Anyway, it's not a sports podcast. Let me move on. Let's y'all go to the fix. Go holler at Joe. He's gonna talk about it on his podcast. Okay, just go download the Freedom Train Radio app, and then go holler at Joe, and he'll break this Super Bowl thing down. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the next episode will be all about the Super Bowl. Anyway, hip hop news. Kodak Black is free. Yeah, I'm just yo, I get a props, man. I'm glad that a black man isn't in this. Now I won't say judicial, but prison system that is against us, and I do believe that he faced the abuses they say he faced. Rather because he black or just because he was famous. Um, Definitely a mix of both. But yeah, man was mad ratchet. And he still got a sexual assault case he got to deal with in South Carolina. So I don't know if I'm ready to get too excited. Hey yo, but on the other end, yo, the funny thing is people are giving Kodak Black the Gucci Mane treatment. So of course Gucci Mane got locked up for a good little minute. I think in the early mid 2010s. He got out. He had the wifey. You know what I'm saying? She got him. She had his money set up right. Whatever. What was it Dior? Something Dior. I It wasn't in the docket. I'm freestyling. I don't know her name. Salute to her though. I give her props. I mean, I like Gucci as a rapper, or even Kodak as a rapper, but salute to her. Salute to them as a couple. Salute to them like reforming himself. I can't hate on that. But it was rumored when Gucci came out, he had lost weight. You know, his face was chiseled. I think when I got new teeth, got the porcelains, and a lot of people thought that it wasn't Gucci. That he was talking proper. Like Gucci used to have this like really mumbled, like vocal, like myself. He came out and was all of a sudden articulate. So a lot of people thought that Gucci was a clone. Well, they're coming with the same rumors again about Kodak Black. The government has done it again. They've set out a clone, what's the word I'm looking for? A plant for the industry. Yeah, man. He definitely he lost weight. And his face is more defined. Again, just like Gucci. The thing that got me was a tattoo in the middle of his forehead. It looked different. It was like darker or bigger. So I don't know if that's something he did before he went in or whatever. I ain't gonna front. I did a comparison of what he looked like and what he looked like now. And I mean, he really just looked like he just lost a lot of weight, which makes sense. If he was in prison, he probably did hunger strikes. And just like my man CERN, DJ CERN, to take his words that he posted on Facebook, yeah, like not drinking liquor and maybe popping pills and doing syrup and all of those things, and flushing those toxins out of his system is the reason why he don't look like, you know what I'm saying, Bonzo the Clown, and you know looks like a, you know what I'm saying, like a healthy human being. So and hopefully, this will lead him to get better and do better. Rather if it's rap, if it is music, or just life in general. And because I remember I had this argument. What he was on? He was on what? The Breakfast Club one time. And no, it wasn't the Breakfast. He was doing a run. So he was on the Breakfast Club. He was on the other joint, the other Hot 97 joint. They actually started beefing with was it Embro or whatever food name is. And the thing about it, like when he was on that run, I'm a little chap. Jeez. Look at video like, yeah, dead man lips over here. No, the thing I peeped out with Kodak was he sounded uneducated, but he didn't sound dumb, if that makes sense. So you could tell he could comprehend things and could comprehend things quickly. But it felt like or looked like he hadn't been exposed to a lot. And so if he did things or it seemed like he did things that were ignorant, it was based on the idea that he just didn't know. But it looked like the things that he did know, he understood. Like he understood how things came together. So in that, I would hope that he, you know, that time in prison, got him to be more focused and hopefully he don't fall back into the dumb stuff, fall back into the syrup and the drugs and all that other stuff. That's hardly ever any good. I mean, I get a lot of people look at drugs as a way to not just deal with reality, but to be more productive, I guess, be more creative. But I think talent is talent regardless. if you got the talent, it's gonna come out, and I don't think you need all that extra stuff. That's my beef with Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne himself is talented enough to do whatever, but I think to me, I think his handicap is the drugs. You know, almost killed him. Almost had him in federal prison. Like, just I would hope that people would be smarter. Unfortunately, they're not. And one of those people is the Watch Me Nay Nay rapper Silencio. Apparently, not apparently, actually, he was arrested for murder. Yeah. Murder is a serious charge. That's why I did it. The crazy thing isn't just the fact that he was arrested for charged with murder. It was supposed to be the murder of one of his cousins. And what's crazy too is his party, whoever his representative is, they did not come out and say that he didn't do it. They came out and said that he dealing with mental issues. So yeah, it looks like maybe there may be mounting evidence that this is true. I'm not sure. I'm just saying that there was not a denial of the action, just an excuse. So take that as you will. It's bugged out. It's the watch me whip, watch me nay nay. Like, what? I want to say, I think when that even dropped, I was thinking like, yo, I know this is a bit corny, but at least this is a rapper that I wouldn't have to worry about committing some hideous crime, because it's a kiddie dance, you know? Like, this is fun. I can appreciate this. It's not the most serious, you know, I'm not going to put him in the top anything. But hey, let's appreciate the innocence of watch me whip, watch me nay nay. Then he gonna pull this off. Like, yo. Like, for real? Not DMX. Not anybody from Onyx. You know, not you might one of like the most the most like grimiest rappers. You know, not even Nas. Like, Nas did a whole couple songs about guns. Like, none of these grimy rappers, not Styles P, not Beanie Siegel, none of these grimy rappers. It's Silencio. Silencio. What is it? Yeah, Silencio. Silence with an O. What? Yo, that's bugged. That's bugged out. Speaking of young rappers bugging out, I know people. I need to get a new sound. I will. I promise. Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert went and had a 24 million pink diamond attached to his forehead. Yo.
Bruh.
Yo.
Bruh.
$24 million. First of all, he did this during the pandemic. There's people that's struggling. Like, I felt kind of bad, I think last week. I was saying that, you know, I'm not really hungry for a stimulus check. You know, I take it. I need more money. But, you know, we blessed. But to take $24 million when people are starving and don't know how they're gonna pay their next rent, they pay their rent without government protection, or, you know, keep their jobs or keep people employed. You're going to take $24 million on a piece of diamond and not just store it away or put it in a case, I guess, so the value to go up. No, you're going to attach it, surgically attach this diamond to your forehead, and then start to freak out when it starts bleeding on its own. Man, yeah, bro. If you know about it, you seen the memes. Um, I'm definitely trying to figure out. Maybe little Uzi Vert too young, but I saw the video of Nick Berg. I remember seeing that on the internets way back in the day. What was that? 02? That was almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago. Yo, and especially when you think about how these kids wilding today. Like I just read RBG Duck. I reported about his murder. I think that was like last year, a few months ago. And apparently his homeboy got murked. One of his closest associates got murked. You know what I mean? Like they got the main man, and they still going after people. Yo, think somebody won't run up on him for 24 mil? Run up on him and slice his noggin off? These people are ruthless out here. People hungry. Nope. Not me. Nah, bro. That's straight up. It came down to this rap thing. You know, me and Will was into a heavy hamburger and hot dog. Like on Airwolf. Anyway, I'm being random on purpose. But we was in this rap thing, man, strong, man. I ain't want to be like super rich. I want to be comfortable. I want to be good. I would tell people I'd rather be Gangstar than MC Hammer. Straight up. Like I'd rather be Gangstar, you know. And then what I mean by that, I'm a bust a move. What I mean by that is, with Gangstar, when it came down to, I think they took him like 3 albums. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm freestyling. I think it took 3 albums for them to go gold. I think Moment of Truth, the first like album that went like gold. But a lot of these joints, they had hit rap songs, but nothing like popped off mainstream, But of course, Gangstar, between Guru and DJ Premier, together as Gangstar and separate were respected in the culture, and definitely were standard bearers in the culture, especially with DJ Premier and his beats and him lacing people with joints, and his scratches. But on the flip side, you had MC Hammer, who was one of the first. I know Vanilla Ice was like the first. Vanilla Ice had the first like hip hop album to go #1. But Hammer was like right up behind him. Like, I think Hammer. I know both Hammer and Vanilla Ice, I think, were the first. And you realize how crooked my head was. One of the first like albums to go diamond, or almost diamond. And they both sold, you know what I mean? Especially Hammer, between Hammer Don't Hurt Him and was it Too Legit to Quit? Like, Hammer was almost as big as Michael Jackson at that point. But of course the fall off was swift. And even though people still respect Hammer's street cred coming out of Oakland, as an MC, not so much. Especially compared to Guru, and the imprint that Guru and DJ Premier had on hip hop culture, despite how big MC Hammer was. And that's what I always look for. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted the respect. Enough to do well. So again, like they not saying that Gangstar was unsuccessful. They was good. They hustled and made sure they had. But I wanted that legacy. You know what I'm saying? And they did that. It was Hammer did too, but mostly for the wrong reasons. Despite how dope he was as an entertainer. As a rapper, I don't know. Yo, I listened to Hammer Don't Hurt Him. that album was kind of whack. I'm sorry. I know I was vibing at 9 years old. I would not deny that I was vibing to MC Hammer at 9 years old. But man, I went back. Listen, I think me and Fee was talking about that earlier. She was like, "The album you or a song that you thought was no?" She said it was a TV show. She's like, "Is that a TV show that was like super great when you was a kid, and then you went back and watched it later, and you was like, what is this?" Hammer Please Don't Hurt Him was that for me. It was like, yo, this album is trash. Outside of them, Can't Touch This, man, it was some trash songs on that project. Whoa. Anyway, man, R.I.P. to Screech. Let me put that out. He passed away right when I dropped the last episode, so I didn't have a chance to say that. Apparently, at 44 years old, passed away from cancer. It was swift. Yeah, man. Speaking of TV shows that didn't age well, so peace to his family and those that's mourning his death. I'm gonna go ahead, man, get to this next track, and then I got my man Dell B. Keeping the theme with the Valentine's Day joint. I think this is important. At least the topic of it. So, and I think it fits. This is my man Facey and Taylar B with Communicate. And we'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. Boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was Facey and Taylar B with Communicate. And right now, I'm finna communicate with the homie Dell B. What's good, bro?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, everything is good, brother. How you been, man?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Just getting ready for the Super Bowl. I'm glad you reminded me because
Right.
a little bit of awkward interview. Like, yeah. So yeah, I got a new single and
Right.
run the ball, run.
Right. You already know, man. I had to let you know, like, I think that's the Super Bowl, brother. But yeah, man.
Just let you know how much I'm on my man tip. I'm just like,
Hey, well, you're a busy man, man. I definitely understand, brother.
I try. It's a lot more to do, a lot more to get on top of. Shit, no, that's you.
Yeah.
You the bit out here doing videos and things of that sort. I'm talking about
Hey,
me.
I'm trying to get it in, man. Life is so short these days. I'm trying to fit a lot in, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Word. So yeah, man. I'm trying to think. I couldn't find the episode. Did you or do you remember uh, when you was on the original joint? 'Cause I'm
I
thinking it was
do, man.
2010.
Yeah,
I could
it's
be
been a
wrong.
minute. It's been a minute.
That single body, like 2010. I mean, like that was yesterday. Like, bro, that was a fifth grader ago. Like,
Right. For real, bro. For real,
like,
man.
man. But we here though, and a lot of people can't say that. So,
Indeed, bro.
um,
Indeed.
so what's right now as far as now? Cause I interview a lot of rappers. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying, and I kind of get
True.
that. But being an R&B cat, um,
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, think about this. So being an R&B cat, necessarily age age can be a thing, but then not. Especially
Right.
if you are a crooner. You know what I'm saying? Like
Indeed.
you can play this thing for a minute and not look crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
has age been a concern for you? Like, has it been like, oh man, like I'm getting around here. I don't want to look too crazy, or has it been like, yo, it don't even matter because
Yeah,
I got this vocal.
yeah.
Ladies
I
gonna
mean,
swoon regardless.
to be honest, man, it's something you think about. It's something I think about, but at the same time, it's something I really don't care about because the way I guess it's about perspective. You know what I'm saying? The way people are falling off, like passing away, and the way life is just structured right now, I really don't care, man. I'm gonna keep producing and making music for me because it's something that I need to do for me. You know what I'm saying? I love to do it. I
Right.
have so much. I have such a catalog and a library of music that people haven't heard. I would just feel like I'd be doing myself an injustice if let's say something happened and I got all this music sitting nobody ever knew about. I mean, what was the purpose of making it, spending the money recording it, just I don't know, man. My perspective is different now as we move forward in life. And then I also feel like a hit is a hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one
Right.
that looks at age. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can make a hit and it can touch me and my soul and make me want to listen to it, hey, I'm vibing with it. I don't care how old you are, but that's me. But I know the game is different, and my perspective is I'm just gonna keep producing, man, till it's not fun anymore, or I can't do it. You know?
Word, word. And plus, I mean, it's gonna sound crazy. You got ageless look anyway. Like you got the type, bro.
Oh
You
man,
ain't gonna be 60. They gonna you're 35. You gonna be like, nah,
exactly.
like you basically got kind of like almost like a baby face. So it's kind of like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You
man.
gonna be able to play it off for a while. So you straight.
Hey, that's true,
You know
man.
what
You
I
gotta try
mean?
to stay youthful, man. It's all about how you feel, man. And I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be here.
Word, word, word. Same here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I said honest hour, like I be feeling bad because, like I said, you've been grinding, especially. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially in the past like couple of years.
Yeah, man.
Like you really like put in more work than maybe the couple of years prior.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's like I've been seeing, you, and I'm just like, yo, I know I got to reach out to my man's. Like I don't, probably thinking like, yo, man, you gonna shot me a couple tracks, you know what I mean? In
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
meantime or whatever, dang, like he probably thinking, I'm trying to slide or not recognizing what he's doing.
Nah,
But
man.
I
Never.
saw you moving. It was just really trying
Yeah,
to get that time of like, yo, it would be a good time to hit my man's up.
and I
And
appreciate it,
actually,
man.
I'll say this. I was really, it's too late now because we almost in the middle of the month already. I was actually
True.
gonna center around you and make like the whole Valentine's month, like be like
Oh,
R&B
okay.
month.
Yeah, man.
Just have like R&B singers, and you was
Yeah,
gonna be like the focal point. Like it was like, boom, I got Dell B the week of Valentine's Day, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I just filled everybody else, like other R&B artists I knew. But
Right.
um, that fell through. I think last week at my man's Luther Lee and
Yeah.
Marcus Dupree, and they just um, let me not hold on, let me not downplay what they do. They're great guys who got their own like basically talk show, live show, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're not R&B basically.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha, man.
that was kind of killed that whole thing. But just to let you know, again, I've been seeing you move. I've been seeing
Yeah.
you doing things, and also too that you know I really want to make you a vocal point um in this whole thing. But
Hey, that
like I
means a
said,
lot though,
I
man. I
told
appreciate that.
cause you been doing it. You be doing it, bro.
Trying, bro.
And you doing the
Been
videos,
trying, bro.
the
Been
photos and
trying.
stuff, like putting the songs
Yeah, man.
together. Like um, it's well, it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna be super weird. It's gonna be super weird. The way I set the question up.
Okay.
How I'm gonna put it? As I've
Just
gotten
put it on
older,
out there.
I'm gonna go back to the age thing. I
Okay.
ain't gonna front. I think I can sing better, right?
Okay.
Now, don't people think, like, hold up, E. First of all, you're a rapper. Second, you really can't sing. But forget that. I think my vocals have got better as I got older. Like
Hey, man.
so, and also too, I said I've said this about rappers that a lot of people, a lot of rappers get better as they get older, but a lot
Yeah,
of people don't recognize it because they the vapors aren't there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not in the
yeah,
midst of your fame, so
right,
even
right.
though you're better than you were when you was in the height of your fame, a lot of people don't
Yeah,
recognize it because you fell off.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Think like Nelly or Eminem or Jay-Z, like they've gotten better,
yeah.
but a lot of people remember when they first came in. Has that
Exactly.
been the case for you? In that, have you recognized that your vocals have matured since when you first got into the music?
Definitely. I would say definitely because one thing about R&B and singing is a confidence level that you have to carry into the booth and a comfort level that you have to carry in there and just being sure of yourself, being comfortable with singing, hitting certain notes. And I like confidence is on 1,000. Like right now, for the past few years, I mean, just being around other R&B artists. I got a chance to tour with Avant for a few shows and stuff, man. And like, if you don't have confidence in the R&B game, you know what I'm saying, it's out the window. So, and then too, I started looking like, if I don't have my own studio. I usually utilize a couple other studios in town. And when you're going in there, man, you don't want to waste your time. I go in there a lot more polished. After I've written a song, I practiced it so much that when I go in there, it's just like second nature. So just the tricks of the trade, man. As I've gotten older and more mature in the game, I'm just getting more polished in the booth with writing. And like I said, my confidence is up. I'm just feeling like a prize fighter waiting to go in there and, knock it
Mhm.
down, for real, for
Right.
real. Yeah, man.
Okay, I like that. That's the other thing too. Like with fighters, you know what I'm saying? Typically,
Yeah,
you get better. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Even though it's a race against, but usually when they get older, because they
Yeah,
figure out like, hey, I ain't got to do all the extras. I can just go in and
exactly.
cop,
Right,
be
right. You
done
know
with
how
it.
to go in and get the job done, man.
Yeah, go in there and try to hit them extra runs.
Right.
Everybody ain't one yet, nigga. Stop it.
Exactly. Exactly, man.
Like no, that just sing it, a couple
Yep.
runs and get up out of there. Get in your
Yeah,
pocket.
man.
Uh,
Do what works for you.
right, right. Um, yeah, what I was thinking? I had something else, man. Freaking oh, I know. All right, this this is actually a shot at my wife. So we
Okay.
gonna see where you where you land at.
All
Um,
right.
Monica or Brandy?
Man, I had to go with Brandy, man. I think Monica is the hey, hey, I have to go with Brand and when they had the verses, I was having
Yeah,
conversations with cousins and homegirls, because it was a big talk. Monica is the people's champ, right? The hood loves Monica.
you're
People, I love Monica. Not saying I'm not a fan, but
right.
vocally,
Right. This
she
is
can't
definitely
get
like
Brandy.
dismissing one like the other.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just saying Brandy is like little Whitney to me, bro. Like, I mean, she can do things vocally that just amaze me. And I'm an artist too. I'm an artist. So I'm looking at that. Like, I think being more personable is Monica. Like, you want somebody to chill with you, it's Monica. And she got a hit too. And she can blow, but not like Brandy, bro. She can't hold a candle to Brandy, man. That's me. That's me.
Man, man. I wish my wife was like at the crib right now. She did give me
Oh man.
some quiet time. Man, oh, she gonna be
Hey,
mad.
hey,
I messed up. I may have
I
messed up
apologize in
Valentine by
advance.
doing that. Whatever. I'm willing to stand on that hill. It's whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to tell her. Like, yo, love Monica. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, for real, man.
Monica low key messed it up for me early on.
Okay,
I knew I had a bias. I knew I had a bias.
okay,
No, when she came out with I'm thinking personal. I think I was like in 8th grade,
okay.
and I'm still grossed out by women being on the minstrels at the time.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
so I figured that song was about that. Like I thought,
Yeah.
I thought she was like, "Yo, I'm on minstrels. I got an attitude. Don't take it personal." And
Hey,
I'm
but
like,
you know what? That
"It's
you know
about
what? I kind of thought about that too. Like, cause she was like, it just seemed like that's what she was talking about. Like, don't take it personal. It's just something going on with me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of
right
thought about that too,
one of them
man.
days." I'm like, "Oh, them days."
Right. Like, what type of
So
day we
that
talking
girl,
about?
right. So I had a bad taste in my mouth off top because of that. And then
Yeah.
when Brandy dropped, and I remember she was on Thea, but when she dropped the baby joint, and you know, she
Yeah.
had like I had a big crush on Brandy, so I already figured I had a
You went back
bias
on
off top because of that. But
Yeah.
but no, but as far as now, my argument
Yeah.
is like, yo, Brandy just vocally, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's my
Like,
thing. Yeah.
she's almost a with it, and so.
Right.
So I'm trying to tell my wife, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, it's Brandy.
Yeah.
She's like,
That's what
nah.
I say, but I got a lot of heat for that from my cousins and stuff, man. It was like, hey, you know, is Monica,
It's almost
she the
like
one. I'm like,
it's like Pac and Biggie, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, but like Big, like him because he's technically strong. Like, yo, Big can
yeah,
rap. You know what I'm saying? But
he can rap.
Pop, it's like Pop, they brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it man, and see that's definitely a good comparison because Pac is the people's champ again because he get in people's souls with who he was,
Right.
like his vibe, how he comes across. But Biggie is the rapper in the situation. Like we all know the lyricism and you know what I'm saying, that he was just that dude.
So yeah, he did all kind of stuff. And
Right.
again, it's never a knock on the other person. But yeah,
Not at all.
people that love Monica, people that love Pop, people that love Keisha Cole, they will kill
Yeah.
you over them.
For real,
You
man.
got
You
to be
gotta be
mindful.
careful. I just be like, hey, this is me. This is how I feel.
Yo, that's crazy. I really messed up my Valentine's Day. So I'm giving you guys content out there. Let you guys
Wow.
know.
Hey man, you can always bring it back, man. You can bring it back.
Hey, I may have to. I'm joking. You know, I may have to pull that stunt. Like, hey, Dell B, bro.
Hey, I got you, man.
See my wife. Let me pin a song real quick for you to sing.
Exactly.
Felicia. Ooh, but let me. Ooh, oh,
Right.
hold up! I got a
You wouldn't
pen
know
right
what to
here,
do
boy.
then, bro.
Go ahead and write this thing on out.
Yes, sir.
Ain't gonna front. I thought about that though. A while ago. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, what have I really gotten like songwriting? And
Mm-hmm.
like started like writing like R&B joints. And speaking of, that's kind of next question I want to get into as far as um with writing. Is most of
Right.
or all the writing, is it coming from you? Like you do all your writing?
Yeah, man. I've teamed up with a lot of people in the past, but
Mm.
right now the new songs that I'm writing are from me. The one I got dropping on the 9th is written with my guy Antoine Starr. He's an artist in town as well as a writer also. We teamed up on a bunch of hits, man. And I say hits, I call all my joints hits, but we teamed up on a bunch of songs, man, and a lot of them I'm gonna be bringing and putting out this year as the year goes on, um, and I usually I am a writer, so I write by myself, but I have a couple people that I team up with to write with. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, because it's just a
Nice,
good
nice,
vibe with
nice.
R&B, bring that perspective. Two people coming together to write it, it can be a good look sometimes.
Right. Also, too, real quick, just to let y'all, I should have told y'all this earlier. We got exclusive. So I mean, if you listen,
Yeah,
especially if you listen to the podcast on Monday,
right.
you're listening to something that
Yeah,
won't be available to the following day. So just to
right.
give you guys now YouTube land, first of all, y'all ain't gonna hear it, unfortunately. So y'all have to go to the podcast. And then by the time you get on YouTube, the song will be
Yeah,
out. So I need y'all to watch the YouTube and then go and find the song and
info.
vibe out to it. Day
right,
all week leading up to
right,
Valentine's Day
right,
and
right.
even past. But to go back to the writing thing, is as far as like when you, if and when you judge a singer,
Mm-hmm.
is that a
Mm-hmm.
thing? Because I know like with rappers, like it's heavy on the writing because you're a rapper, and
Right, right,
because
right,
since rappers can't really do anything musically as far as like notes and stuff, it's like, all right,
right.
boom, your writing is what makes you who you are. Do you
Yeah.
judge or do you weigh an artist that writes heavier than an artist that just may be dope vocally?
Personally, no, no, it's not a thing at all because the greatest, and I mean the greatest R&B singers all have had writers or use
Mm,
writers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about,
right.
we all know that Beyonce is great, but she has writers. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like
right.
and it's nothing, it's in R&B, it's like, can you, if I write this song for you, can you produce it? Can you efficiently do what I was wanting you, an artist, to do with my written material? Um, that's just like what's the song Neo wrote? Neo wrote "To the Left" for Beyonce. I don't even know if that's the
Right.
name of it, but you know, "To the left, to the left." So
Irreplaceable.
irreplaceable. Thank you. So she had to, you know what I'm saying, she had to get on there and do that though. You know what I'm saying? That's what we look at in the
Right.
R&B field. Like, okay, Neo wrote this song, but could could another artist have covered it better? Like, could she have efficiently got on the track and did better vocals? You know what I'm saying? So one thing, now I do respect writers in the game, in any aspect of the game, because you know you know I'm a big R. Kelly fan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel how they feel about him,
Yeah.
but that's who made
Ain't no
me.
saving that. Let me
Yeah,
let me disclaimer. One can say they love the music and
right,
not
right,
condone criminal activity.
exactly,
So don't
exactly.
nobody coming saying anything,
Thank you,
focusing
thank you.
strictly on music and the writing. So
Right,
yeah,
because
just disclaimer. Go ahead.
I don't know that brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about his personal life. I just know the music. So but one thing he does, he's a musician, bro, all the way through and through. He produces his own music, he writes his own music, he arranges his music. Now I really love that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he really made me feel like I could do it. Like, this brother doing all that, he plays instruments, you know, so he was just a genius. So I really respect that. You
Right.
know, if you can do that, I mean, it gives me a little bit more of a notch of respect for you as an artist. I just like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I write myself and I arrange myself. And I play the
Mm,
drums. So you know, I just like that. If you can take it from, you know, what you wrote to the studio, produce it and sing on it, man, I just love that personally. But I
right.
don't judge, you know, as far as R&B artists, because most of us are getting songs written from somebody else. And I'll say this too: if anybody in the game, I'm a big fan of The Dream. That's probably under R. Kelly. Like, that's my next favorite. I want a song from him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if I can get in the game and say, "Hey, Dream, let's work," it's almost like a production. Like, I want a production from Manny Fresh or from Timberland. I want a song written, produced by The Dream. You feel me? So I love
Yeah.
that.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, Dream. I think Dream is one of the first cats. Sounds like him and Tricky Stewart. Like it was one of the
Yeah,
first cats like kind
yeah,
of keeping like what they was doing. I was like,
yeah.
this nigga using mouse. That's all he doing. Hey, hey,
Right.
hey, hey.
Making
Ella,
hits, bro.
Ella, hey. Like, hold
Making hits with,
on.
you
That
know.
man made hits with the vowels like some Sesame Street shit. Hold on,
And
wait a minute.
that's all it takes, really, man. That's all it really
That's all
takes.
it takes. Sometimes it's and again, not I'm not knocking uh the Dream. He's a great
Yeah,
writer
yeah,
and
yeah.
kill it. But it was just it was kind of funny why Peep Game like, yo, he really just hit these vowels and that's what's like catching people. That's
That's
what
what's catching people, man.
it
Cause
was with that and I thought him and I used to put the Dream in the same category as T Pain in
yeah, I
that
did too, man. I
they
did too.
both they both kind of did songs. I don't know if you had the same realization or even if, maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I thought they both weren't afraid of making themselves like self depreciation. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing with
Yeah,
Payne
yeah.
was like he would like making a song like "I'm in love with a stripper." Before he made that
Hmm.
song, no one would ever say that because he sounded
True.
crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Oh, I'm
right,
sprung. Like people wouldn't
right,
say stuff like that because it's just like I ain't finna claim I'm sprung off sex from a
right,
chick.
right.
Like,
That's
nah,
not
come
the
on, man.
cool thing to do.
So
Yeah.
right. And so I felt like the Dream kind of did the same thing. Where it was just like he was able to make songs where it was just like, yo, I know I'm not supposed to talk about taking a chick lady,
Right,
but I'm gonna say it
right.
anyway.
And make it sound so
Like I'm supposed to
good. You
be
know what
able
I'm
to get
saying?
my own right. Like
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
hit y'all with these high notes and these vowels, and y'all gonna get
Exactly.
down with it. Which ain't gonna front though. I'm gonna say this, we're gonna get into your tracks though. No, ain't no moving to Atlanta around that time.
Hmm.
I swear I was looking for Atlanta dudes to be like that. Where it's just like, yo, we gonna snatch your lady, bro. We don't care.
Hey,
Like we gonna pull
for
up
real, man.
right in front of you and try to snatch your lady. Like I was like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
this is yeah. Like so. But anyway, shouts out to the Dream, man.
Yeah, shots out,
All
man. Shots out.
right, what we got? My man, we got two joints from my man Dell B. You know what I'm saying? We got the exclusive. Actually, one of the joints I played for y'all maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But we're gonna run it back. So we're gonna hit y'all with Dell B with For Show, and then hit y'all with the exclusive You, and then we'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
Yes, sir.
Boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was For Show and You exclusively from, or that exclusive from my man Dell B.
Right, right.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
For
appreciate you, man.
blessing your boy, you know what I'm saying, and trusting me, you know what I'm saying, with the joint. I'm gonna leak somebody's shit one day. I don't know.
I know, right? That's the
Ain't gonna
thing
do
to
it
do,
today.
man.
Ain't gonna do it today. Ain't gonna do it no time soon. But what I'm gonna get one of you artists. Y'all gonna send me something that ain't
Yeah.
supposed to be out, and I'm gonna leak it just so I can get that notoriety.
Hey, right, right. Because you're going to get it.
Actually, yo, I got something in the stash. I don't know if I told anybody. I ain't gonna say who. I ain't gonna say where I got it from. I ain't gonna say what it is. But I got something.
Right,
I had
right.
something in the stash for like about 11 years now.
Wow.
That I
That's a
could
wow,
use.
man.
I'm loyal because I could have. I
Yeah.
dropped two projects. I could have easily like put this joint on one of the projects and
Wow.
blew my
Yeah,
shit
that
up.
is loyalty.
But that saved it in the stash. But yeah, I got some I got some yeah, I got an MP3. They got some gold on it,
Mm,
but I just never did anything with it. So
that's
um,
interesting, bro.
I
That's
probably could.
interesting for you.
I probably, I probably could if I was evil.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
with For Show and with You. Now
Yeah.
is there you got a project coming that's gonna have these joints, or are these both gonna be like Lucy's?
Yeah, man. Right now, these are gonna be singles. Uh, with me as an independent kind of underground artist, man, I found that projects kind of get tossed to the wayside. To be honest, like you put out a record with several songs on there and people listen for a while, but within the next month or so, they like, what you got next? You know what I'm saying? Because your joints aren't on the radio getting backed, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different vibe. It's like they're just hungry for more material. So right now, due to budget issues and that type of thing, I'm gonna be hitting you like rapid fire with song after song because I have so many. And the joint For Show featuring Therapy, of course, it was produced. Rest in power to my guy Kendall Johnson, man, KenJo. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
So that's it was, you know, when he passed, I got a lot of songs from him really on my hard drive, that some we completed, some we didn't. And it really just made me step up and be like, man, the ones that we got completed, I gotta go ahead and put these joints out. And then as a tribute to him. And then secondly, it was just like him being as young as he was when he passed. And it was so mysterious to me, because we had just talked. He was like, man, you need to come to the A. We need to just work. You need to write, and I'm gonna send some stuff off to some artists that's looking for songs. So I was actually planning a trip to go work with him, and then, you know, he passed. So it just opened my eyes, and I just started like, hey man, 2021, I'm about to put out some joints, like, and especially the ones that he produced. So shouts out to that brother and his family, man. I'm still hurt over that. I haven't really gotten over that yet. Because he was
Like, I ain't nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
knew of them.
man.
I remember with their was doing their thing.
Yeah.
I think I was a fan. Um,
Yep.
man, yeah.
Yeah, because he was
I
in the
don't think
nursery,
people
man.
really understand. Yeah, I don't think people really understand like how much work this
They
man
don't,
did.
bro.
Like
They don't, bro. They
KenJo
really don't.
really, he did a lot.
He
He
did,
did
man.
a lot. Like
And he worked with
man,
so many people. He worked with so many people. I mean, a lot of people don't know, and it's a real quick story, but he got like a well, let me tell you this. He produced because he was working with DTP. So he produced on Release Therapy. I think that was the Luda
right?
album. He produced a song
Yep.
called Woozy with Luda and R. Kelly. That
Yep.
was the first time, and I guess the only time they worked together, man. And he, you know, he got a plaque for that, man. And it's a lot of songs like that that he produced. People don't know. He produced, I think, about 7 or 8 tracks on Phil Mob's Light Poles and Pine Trees album, man. Hits that we know, like, and he worked with
Which is
Juvenile,
man,
Jasmine
that joint.
Sullivan.
Yeah, no, that yo, that light poles and pine trees. Like,
Yeah, man.
first of all, I used to bump that joint all the time,
We all
like
did, bro.
all
We all did.
the time. And not only that, like, man, yo, anybody who's listening, bro, like, I'm getting emotional. Like I said, I didn't even know KenJo like that. Like, I couldn't
Yeah,
even.
man.
I may have met him once or twice. I can't even tell you if that was the case. But yo, like that album,
Yeah,
like I one of the low key, and I hate people throwing away the word classic out, but it was kind of
yeah,
one of them like just underrated, if not underrated classic, just an underrated like dope album. Like them boys killed that
yeah.
shit, and I
They
know
did, man.
KenJo was the basic behind like a lot of the stuff that they did, and
He
especially with
was.
that project, like
He was, man.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he really is underappreciated, bro. So I'm
he
glad
is.
you brought him up. Glad that you could somewhat speak on his behalf. 'Cause I know I feel like I
Yeah, man.
can't. You know what I mean? But
I feel
I
you, bro.
know I have an understanding of his place in the game. So
Yeah,
man,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and that thing hurt, bro. Because I mean, I was just like, I thought somebody was playing. You know what I'm saying? I saw the RIP stuff coming up on Facebook, and then I we do have some mutual friends, so I started calling, and they confirmed. So, hey, man, it's always his spirit will live on through the music, man. It's music that's out there that people don't even know is from him. You know what I'm saying? And he was just a good guy. He was just a good guy, man. And you know, I definitely am gonna carry the torch. That, to be honest, his death really sparked a flame inside me. Like, man, let me get back up here, man. Let me get back in this game, start putting out some music, because it just sparked something in me. So yeah, major shouts out to KenJo, man. Definitely.
yeah, man. Dang, you messed my head up, bro.
Hey
Like I
man, I
said,
ain't mean to do it, but hey, it
I
is
feel
it's
kind of guilty.
real,
'Cause I'm
bro.
like, it's not like I knew Buddy like that, but
Yeah.
man,
He was
really
yeah,
do
he was a
think he
real
was
humble
that.
cat, man. And I actually met Sean J and Smoke from Phil Mob because of him, because he had a home studio and they were coming, they'd be staying with him, in and out of town and recording with him. And right around the time I met him, he had just produced the sounds of my Impala for Thrill when Thrill was in town.
Okay,
And so he had
yeah,
produced a lot of records for him. He did the Sounds of My Impala remix with T-Pain on there. And Smoke and Phil Mob was on that. Man, he was just at that time when Thrill was on the radio, man, he was just producing a lot of music and people didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like who he was. He was a real
Right.
humble cat, you know. So definitely, bro, you know, good people.
Yeah. To be back, man. The Thrill.
Yeah, man.
It was kind of crazy how cool I got with Thrill around that time. Like I
Yeah,
kind of
man.
still bugged out about it because at the time
Yeah.
it had to be like 06, 07. Maybe,
Yeah.
probably before that, maybe 05. Because I know I was still in school because what happened was I was about to graduate from FAM and I was trying to do I had to do like a magazine. I had to do a magazine article for
Yeah.
a magazine class
Yeah.
I was in. Um,
Yeah.
and I decided to do it on hip hop scene in Tallahassee. Real broad
Mm-hmm.
topic, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember Thrill. Thrill brought me to cause no, the way I connected with him was I was working at Subway on Tennessee
Okay.
Street in Ocala,
Okay. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Clipper was right behind us. So a lot of people would come in
Yeah,
at
man.
Subway. So I
Yeah.
remember talking to TJ, talking to Dimp, Thrill come to a lot of like the Florida State players. Like I ran into a lot of people just working there.
Yeah.
At that time I wasn't doing like the podcasting joint. I was still an artist. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but I wasn't trying to come. I wasn't coming off as like an artist. I wasn't trying to be like, "Yo, listen to my
Yeah.
mixtape, whatever, whatever."
Yeah.
But hooked up with Thrill through that, and I think I told him I was like, "Yo, I'm writing this article for my class. You know, can I interview you and see what you do as far as the radio thing go?" And I remember
Right.
I went up to him. I went with him to. It wasn't 102.3. It was the other joint. I think it was 100.7, 100.7 the
Mm-hmm.
beat,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's how I met E-Zone. I remember I walked
Okay.
in there. E-Zone was in there. I was like low key like starstruck.
Yeah.
Like me and Ezo like mad cool now, which is crazy because Ezo don't
Right.
remember. I told Ezo about it. He was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, bro." Like you know,
Yeah.
it was like it was Ezo. And then it was the one thing I remember was I saw like the recording stuff they were using,
Yeah.
and it was Adobe Audition. And me
Okay.
and my cousin had just switched over from like Magic Music Maker to Adobe Audition.
Okay.
So when I
Okay.
saw they was using that recording program, I was like, "Oh snap!" Like we ain't too far off. I mean, we ain't using Pro Tools,
Yeah.
but hell,
Yeah.
like they using this, we straight. Um, but yeah, man, like I did an article. I remember I interviewed TJ, I interviewed Keith Kennedy, and like some other people or whatever. Like some dude that was
Yeah.
like a fashion
Yeah.
designer. He ended up going to New York. I couldn't even tell you who it was, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
around that time, like I remember just like talking to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? In the industry,
Yeah.
and I remember running to Sean J around the time in the
Yeah.
mall. He
Yeah.
kind
He
of
was
dissed
in
me at
a
first.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, he did diss me at first, right? But then the I respect him. Guy was like, "Yo, ain't you?" He was like, "Nah, bro." Like, but he had his daughter with him, and
Yeah.
she probably like almost grown now because
Yeah.
she was in his arms at that time.
Yeah.
It was like almost 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he circled back around and he was like, "Yo, bro, like, I don't mean to be rude. I just don't like people pulling up on me." I'm like, "Yo, I ain't even tripping, dog. Like,
Right.
I get
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?" So I wasn't tripping on that. But at first he was like, "Nah, nigga, get away."
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I just said all that because yeah, dang, you just brought all that stuff like
Yeah,
to
took you
my
down
memory,
memory
bro.
lane real quick, man. But I know I was real active at that time and I got a chance to learn a lot from Thrill, from KenJo. Cause them, you know, to me, it was awesome because it put me right in the mix of guys that were in the game. I mean, who else do you know that has sold millions of records? I mean, Thrill and 69 boys. Shout out to those boys because Thrill still putting out music right now. But I'm like, you know, in my head, I'm
Right,
like, man, I grew up with this man music. I mean, this man has really, you know, he
right,
got pictures with
right.
Pop, yeah, Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? He was on the Sunset Park soundtrack. I mean, he's done really historical things, man. He told me, and I don't want to make this about Thrill, but just a real quick story. When Biggie got shot, he was at the hospital where Biggie was, and he saw Puff, like they embraced, they hugged, and he's even put the story up on IG before, but he was one of the first person that ran into Puff after Biggie had died in the hospital. Like he was there with a girl that had got injured, and he brought her to the hospital, and just so happened. But of course, Puff and all of them knew Thrill, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, just anyway, so we were right in the mix with stars, legends, you know, of Florida, and it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to soak up as much game as possible from him at the time.
No, I kind of actually I just saw some joint. There was an article. I said we were gonna talk about this article in the first half of the pod.
Yeah.
Because they talk about, but it was about I think WXL put out an article about the 1995 and how like the game changed 95 whatever, and I think it said coming into 95, 69 Boys had the number one like rap song, which had to be Tootsie Roll.
Yeah,
it was like
they did, man.
They got knocked off. I think either they didn't get knocked off by Biggie's Big Papa. It was the song after the song that knocked them off. So they was number one, and either Big Papa knocked them off, or it was a song that knocked them off, and then Papa came behind it, and then Big Papa got knocked off by Tupac's Dear Mama. And I remember like looking at that like, yo, and I also remember it was a Source Awards, and I remember like had 69 Boys performing, and I remember like seeing like Biggie and like Junior Mafia like in the crowd, like really looking like vibing, like they man, you know what I'm saying, they doing their thing.
Boys was eating, man. They were eating back then,
right? But that what was crazy, like you said, it was bugged out. Like fast forward 13 years later, you know what I'm saying, like 07, 06, 07,
right?
And like I'm talking to this dude, he talking to me like you know, like we cool. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
I got my first piece of ass because of you.
Too. Hey, for real though, man. Hey, humble cats, man, sitting around like, you know, and I felt like the city didn't show as much reverence or respect as we should have to them at the time. But I get it, man, because you know this is a college town, and people just everything is moving so fast and so rapidly. They were kind of overlooked, but once I met him and got a chance to, because I'm still in contact with Thrill now, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it's somebody that I looked up to that I'm, you know, and get that game. What'd you say now?
We gotta get Thrill on the podcast for me. I need that.
Right. Hey, I can work on that for you, man.
Don't tell nobody. No one's listening right now.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But yeah, man, dang, this is good. This is
man. Yo. And I wanted to say too, man, before you moved on, the other track, that's produced by my guy Double D. You know Double, or have you met Double? Okay.
Oh, no. That's my man's. I'm saying my man's just in general.
Yeah.
That's a boy that he was popping off like.
Yeah, just a few years back, man.
Okay.
He had a mixtape called Trapaganza. It was pretty hot in the streets, man, and and he was touring. He's still working though. You know, I don't want to say it like he has been, man. He's primarily producing right now, but he got some heat, man, and he's got some stuff he's gonna be putting out soon. So y'all look out for him. Double hasn't gone anywhere. He's still right around here, working, man. So we have some joints that I'm gonna put out, man, that he's produced for me. He's an awesome producer, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's one of my favorites to work with in town. And I do a lot of my recording at his studio, man. So we're really working. But the joint that's dropping, you know, on the 9th, it is produced by him. It was written by my guy, me and my guy Antoine Starr. And you know, it's an R&B. It's just it's I'm a big fan of the 90s R&B sound, so I try to implement a lot of that into my music, and that's the kind of vibe it is. It's for the ladies, definitely, but it's a good Valentine's Day type vibe too. You know what I'm saying? It's bedroom ready, definitely. And I got a new
No doubt,
I got a video dropping for it that same day, man. Shot by 321 Media, my guy Play Kelly, and that's gonna be fire too. So y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna be putting it out there, and it's gonna be available on all the streaming platforms, definitely. So I appreciate you running that joint for me, man. Definitely.
man. Yeah, yeah. Man, Double D. Yo, it's kind of crazy. 'Cause I'm
Trap
trying to
again.
think. What time was it? I remember when it blew. I remember
Yeah,
when it
man.
blew because it was really looking like he was about to be like out. Was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it even rumor? I thought he was gonna like sign with Slip and Slide or something or something of that
Yeah, I
effect.
mean,
Like,
he had a couple labels looking at him, man. He had a couple labels
yeah,
looking at him, and that boy was on the road, man. His company is called U and I Entertainment, Underground and Independent
okay,
Entertainment, and that's still a company that's a force, man. But like I said, he's back in the lab creating, and he gonna be hitting y'all with some stuff shortly. But in the meantime, I got several productions from him. But yeah, man, that
yeah.
Travaganza and that mixtape, because that was a mixtape, but it had him definitely his name ringing in the
I
streets, man.
remember that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, that blew. Like he was supposed to be
yeah,
out of here.
yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
not saying that it didn't happen or whatever, whatever. But I
right, right.
was thinking about it at that time. I remember when it blew and it was like it really was like he was gonna. I want to say that was after Pain, right? That was what, maybe '09.
Yeah, that was after Pain. That was after Pain.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
thinking like it was. He was really was like looking like that cat that was supposed to like sign that would have been like after Pain. So it just like it would have been like a you know what I'm saying, like a second coming. Like, yo,
yeah,
this is
man.
happening. Like,
Right, right, right.
yo, shoot, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man.
Man,
And our city, and I'll never down Tallahassee because Tallahassee is what it is. But man, a lot of times we don't help in the cultivation of our stars. Like
true.
because Double was doing shows all in Tennessee. He was around the states, man. He was touring,
Right.
and he was more. I would say he was more famous out of town than he was in town, bro. And that's just it's sad, but the local community, us from Tallahassee, we get overshadowed. We don't really get involved, when an artist is coming up. And this is just my opinion now, being from here myself. The college students and everybody else is the determining factor in whether you're popping or not. Because, I've been in the club in the Moon, and artists from Polk County, from Palm Beach, they come and, they getting played. Like, I don't know if they have to, grease some palms or whatever, but they get played, bro. Where we don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's not a negation against Tallahassee, but we don't get that love from our own city, even if we're putting in the work. And I'm a true testament to that,
Right.
man. I put out a lot of work, a lot of things, and it might, I'm not necessarily gonna say I should have been, but it's just like you. Usually, when you put in the work, you're looking for those results. You know what I'm saying? And people know you. People be like, "Boy, I seen this and I heard this. I'm loving that." But at the same time, you don't get that love. Social media wise, radio play wise. So I don't know what that is, but you know
Right.
what I'm saying? At the same time, you got to keep
I
going no
mean,
matter what.
yeah, I think some of it is I don't think Tallahassee we have the artists, but I
Yeah.
don't think we have a solidified culture. You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't.
musical culture. Like we have the art, we have the talent. But it's just there's not a scene. You know what I'm saying? I think again, go
Yeah.
back to just being the college town, and
Right.
you have
Right.
so many people just filter in and out. So a lot of people that
Right.
may filter that scene are here just temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they go back
Yeah.
home or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Then also too, you just gotta have. We got so at one point we had a number of gatekeepers or whatever, and I
Right.
think that probably would help create you know what I'm saying, T-Pain, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, was, you had the TJs, you had the Dimps and the Daps and
Hmm.
Thrill and
Yeah.
at that time we had what, like three, almost four like hip hop stations when beforehand we didn't. We
Yeah.
didn't get
Yeah.
damn. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And we
Right.
ended up having
Right.
like three like, rap stations all of a sudden. And I
Yeah.
think that kind of helped create somewhat of a foundation.
Yeah.
But after a while, after that, it kind of dissipated, and I think you gotta go back to having, like a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
number of people that are tastemakers to say, look, this is what's hot, and then we're gonna put our resources together to elevate this artist or these artists.
Right. Right.
Um, and I don't think that's really there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of myself, nigga,
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm a gatekeeper,
Exactly, man.
motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
Hey,
I'm
but
telling
you
y'all
are
what's
though,
hot
bro.
in these streets. Anyway,
Hey,
I'm
real
talking
man,
my
but
shit
you
for a
are.
minute, real quick. But other than that,
Hey, real talk though, man. And the last thing I'll say about Tallahassee, because I never like to use the hometown as a crutch because there's so many other ways to get into the game. But we don't have many. We got we don't have many local DJs, right? Like from born and raised here. And when I go to
right,
Jacksonville, when I've been to Miami, you know what I'm saying? The DJs that are spinning the artists are from their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, boy, I got you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, I'm going to spin your
right,
record. You know what I'm saying? And that love really helps because if you got a local DJ that's going to get behind the artist and really push them, that in other areas, that's just what I've known. Even New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? I've traveled a lot, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some of the hood clubs and they really, people that might not even know who the artist is, but the DJ got them. Like they gonna spin them anyway. So
right.
that's one
I
thing
think that's what.
we're lacking.
Yeah, I think it go back to that culture. Like I said, like
Yeah,
case in point is like a New Orleans, like
right.
because New Orleans has a sound and a scene, and
Yeah,
like there's certain things you got to go through and vessels you got to go through in New Orleans, like
right.
that base. New Orleans has that base. DC has that base. Atlanta,
Yeah,
of course, has that.
got that.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? The
man.
Bay has that, where it's just like Houston. You know what I'm saying? You got like
Right.
these areas, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Hell,
Yeah,
even Tampa or even Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? They got those bases of this is our culture. This is what our music that comes out of here has a distinct sound or swag or something.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that can go up to it. I think Tallahassee just doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of artists,
Yeah,
and I think the
right.
artists come together for the most part. Even though I know there's maybe
They
some
do.
discrepancies. I think the other day
Yeah.
was saying how too many times. I think it was my man Freaky Deep. He was saying too many times
Hmm.
artists kind of clash against each other and not come
That's
together.
true.
But I think that the main thing is, I think some artists, even if the artists are clicked up, I think the problem is we don't have a fan base of just music coming out of Tallahassee. Too many times
Right.
you go to a showcase and it's just the artists. Like there's no
Yeah.
people that just
Yeah.
fans of music
That's true.
listen and be in the midst. So
Yeah.
I think that's the issue with Tallahassee is
Yeah.
having that musical base, and it's gonna
Hmm.
unfortunately that takes a generation to build that, and then people
Yeah.
to be able to grow out of it. So,
Yeah. And I
um,
think it's building though. I
it is.
do think it's building.
Yeah, 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 and
Yeah.
I think it's gonna take time, and also it's just gonna take the youngins. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take
Yeah.
us to, especially as elder statesmen now,
Hmm. Right.
and for us to be like, yo, I'm gonna at least show y'all how y'all can do this because either we did it or as on a smaller scale, or
Yeah.
we didn't do this, and this how you
Right.
need to get it together or whatever. So,
True.
cause
True.
hell,
True.
I say this, man. I'm gonna close things out. Like, as much as I love doing this podcasting, like I would love to see a younger cat do this for younger artists. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I can't reach down to high school. You know what I'm saying? I can't reach
Yeah.
down to early college level.
Right.
I can try. You know what I'm saying? I got like my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
he's at an age or whatever. But I'm not in that mix. So
Yeah, I
so
feel
it'll
you,
be
bro.
dope. And I'd be willing to promote like if there's someone that was promoting that scene, because that's where it
Yeah,
needs to grow. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Uh, yeah. Anyway, yo, bro, I appreciate you, my dog. My dog. I want to say my bro and my dog at the same time. I'm tripping.
yes, sir. All of that, brother. All of that.
Yo, we've been doing this thing for a minute.
Yeah, man.
Yo, really took me down memory lane, bro. Like you messed my head up. I really thought it was gonna be a short podcast.
Yeah, man.
Matt gonna be mad like, dog, another hour and a half podcast. You just had one guest this time. The hell, like
Hey, a
so
lot to talk about though,
we went to
man.
the KenJo thing and that was it, man. R.I.P. KenJo, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
yes,
okay.
sir.
So before we get up out of here, how can the people get in contact with you, and how can they get to the music, especially the new joint dropping?
Um, of course, all of my joints are on all of the digital media platforms. So if you type in Dell B, DELLB, a lot of my music will come up. On Google or on the platforms. Of course, I'm on Facebook. My music page is Dell B, DELLB, and then Instagram, Dell B underscore sings, SINGZ, and I'm also on Twitter as Dell B Sings. So just reach out through those platforms. If you're one of my fans or friends on Facebook, I'm going to be posting a lot. And also, I got some shows and some other stuff coming up, so you'll see me. But Dell B, DELLB, just check me out, Google me, man. I'm out here, definitely.
No doubt, no doubt. And those watching the YouTube video, I have his info, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom of the screen. So y'all make sure to follow him there.
Yeah,
Those listen to the podcast, his info will be in the description. So y'all make sure to follow my boy. And like I told y'all at the beginning, yo, hit me up. Let me know that you're not a bot. And I'll follow
right,
back.
right,
You know what I mean?
no
So at
doubt.
least when y'all hit my man's up, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that you real. Let them know, let them know where you heard them from. You know what I
Right.
mean? And ain't gonna say he'll follow you back, but at least he'll be able to recognize who you are and maybe
Right.
show you some love. Maybe he can come through and
Indeed.
croon your wife after you throw her under the bus on your podcast. Who knows? So but regardless, man, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Ain't nothing but love. And anytime
Right.
say anything through the podcast, bro, just get at me. I got you. You know what I mean? I
That's
got
what's
you
up,
off
man.
top.
That's love, bro. And I appreciate you, man, for having me on. This is it's always a pleasure, man. And I appreciate your platform, man. It is gatekeeper status, man. Just always know that, and you get much respect out here in the streets, man. So I appreciate you, my brother. Yes, sir. Major salute, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. All right, we're gonna get up out of here, man. And yeah, like I said, next week I may have a guest, I may not. I don't know. Depends what I got planned for the weekend.
Right, right,
Cause I'm married now, and it's first
right,
time, and
right.
everybody get hot in here. Yeah, y'all know what the vibes are. Anyway, we get up out of here. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.